My name is Phyllis Schreiber, and I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and spent the first 2 years of my life there. And my parents then moved to the state of Delaware, where I grew up. Fast forward, I was never singled out as a creative person all through my schooling, through high school, and really had no idea that I had those creative juices until my husband was in graduate school at Penn State, and this was in the early 70s, where Penn State offered a free university for community people just to come and teach what they knew and wanted to share. So I took a macrame class, and that was it. I just got hooked on it. The first piece I made was not very good, but I persisted. And eventually, I worked for the woman who taught me. I started making beaded jewelry. People close to my age might remember liquid silver, which was the little teeny tiny pieces, tubes of silver, and I would put gemstones and turquoise. Turquoise was very popular then, into my jewelry, and it just went off from there. A friend of mine and I shared a booth at the Central Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts, and I almost sold out. So when Elliot was finished with graduate school and was offered a teaching job at the University of Delaware, I decided that I would open up my own shop. And the name of it was Not Just Beads, K-N-O-T. So it was macrame supplies, beads for jewelry. I taught classes, and I had that for a number of years until our daughter was born, and I decided that I really loved to stay home with her. I had a manager for my store at that point, and just started doing a lot more of the jewelry and jewelry repairing. There were some stores who asked me to repair my collection of earrings that I'm showing at the Arts Garage. Are started history. I had seen in a magazine, I believe, something similar, and I thought, oh, wouldn't that be lovely to make earrings, different colors. I had some wire, different colors, including silver. So I just figured out how I was going to do it, and I wrapped the wire around a mandrel, which gives me a hole for, then I put like this type of earring that has this pin. And I just started looking for a beautiful color wire from a supplier and just went crazy with that. This is made out of precious metal clay, which is a fine silver. And the wonderful thing about that, the clay substance, is that it's, you roll it out on top of a leaf, and then when it's dry, I fine tune it, and I add the decorative parts to it. And I use stones that you can fire in a very hot kiln. I fire these at a 1500 degree kiln. And so they're usually man-made. The rose quartz is a very healing stone. It speaks to me, and I think it speaks to a lot of people. I have one that I wear myself, and I always get complimented on it. And I had a good friend who has since passed away, but she was fighting cancer. And I made some things for her, and I used a lot of the healing stones. And this particular rose quartz is, to me, one of the most, it just brings that healing energy. And I made one of these and sent that to her, along with other. And I think it helped keep her around for a little while longer. My name is Phyllis Schreiber, and I use the PS Jewelry Works as my company, and you can find me on Facebook. You don't have to be my friend to like my jewel. Just go to PS Jewelry Works, and hopefully you'll find me. And I also take appointments, and I do special orders and repairs. To me, this is very healing, and I hope that it will send out healing vibes to the world.